record straight. You and me, we ain't nothing alike. Let's set the record straight. Those words you say, they hold no weight, they like. Let's set the record straight. You'll never break the...
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Diecast review. Today we kind of have like an oddball diecast. This is Brad Keselowski with his 2022 Bristol Dirt Race version. I know, kind of weird. I don't remember why this was made, but I remember this was announced after Chase Elliott's Bristol Dirt Race version. And I don't know if like just Brad wanted one made or like the sponsor wanted one made. It was one of those two things or something along those lines. I don't really remember fully, but I'm pretty sure it was something along those lines. So this is kind of a weird diecast just because it's kind of out of the blue. This is some plumbing car. I don't even know what it says. Solomon Plumbing Bristol Dirt Race version. So I guess it's Solomon? Oh no, Solomon? Something like that. Something along them lines. I'm not really too sure. Anyway, it's kind of cool too because I don't think we got this paint scheme in the standard... well, version, I guess. I don't think we got just a standard scheme as far as I'm aware of. If so, I didn't even realize it was released. But yeah, so this is the Bristol Dirt Race version car. So it's pretty cool to have a race version Brad Keselowski. I think this is the second one they've made because they made the dual win, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so this is the second one of the 2022 season that was a race version or race win, whatever you want to call it, which is, obviously this is not a win, but this is a race version nonetheless. So yeah, we're going to crack this bad boy out of the box here in just a few moments, and kind of take a closer look at what's going on. Because again, this is a paint scheme I don't think we've seen before in terms of diecast. But I mean, it's still a pretty cool diecast to have. I am a Brad Keselowski fan. I don't know if anybody knows that, but Brad is my second favorite driver. Why? Not really too sure. I like him. I mean, he's really the only other one I like in the Cup Series. And again, I don't know why, but I just do. I mean, yeah, I like Elliott, kind of like Elliott. Larson's cool. I like Larson. Byron, I like Byron a lot too. Eric Jones, I like Eric Jones. But in terms of like actually having them listed, I don't know why, but I think Brad would be my second favorite. Of course, you know, below Bowman. So I can't really complain too much. I did see him win back in 2019 at Martinsville, so that was cool. I do have that diecast sitting on the shelf over there, but I don't think that's what made me like Brad, because I liked Brad after the Martinsville win, but it was like more 2020-ish and not 2019, so I'm not really too sure about the timeline. But anyway, on to the actual diecast here. We are going to get this diecast out of the box, and again, take a closer look and see what kind of race damage or race wear this car has. Here's a diecast out of the box, and it actually doesn't really look that bad. I mean, it's got the chrome number, which makes it a whole lot better. I'm not really a fan of like the green and white. I mean, it's okay. It reminds me of like Olive Garden or something for whatever reason. I'm not really too sure why. I think Olive Garden's green and white, right? Maybe? I don't know. But Solomon Plumbing, I guess it's just some plumbing company. Which, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense because the front end of this car is brown. So, if it's brown, it's down, as some of them say. Some of them country folk, I don't associate with those. Anyway, no, but Solomon Plumbing, I've never heard of them, never seen any sponsors as far as I know of. But, you know, they're here for Brad Keselowski. I don't know if that's really describing his 2022 season, but, you know, it could be, could not be. But yeah, so anyway, let's actually get onto this diecast review. Actually, again, it's actually a pretty cool little car. So I got Solomon Plumbing there. They got the vents, louvers. I don't really know what those would be. I think those are just like, I mean, I guess it's the same thing. Something along them lines. But then down here you can see there's actually a difference in the buildup. There's like the rubber buildup, or like the little like just dust particles. And then there's actually more of a brown tint in some areas, just where more buildup kind of became noticeable. So that's kind of cool. But I got Solomon Plumbing there. Keselowski with the name banner, of course, on top. And then, of course, you got Keselowski and Ford, you know, all that fun stuff. Number 6, Solomon Plumbing ×2 behind the number 6. Keselowski on the rear name banner there. Solomon Plumbing once again, if I can focus. Please, there you are. Looks like it got a little something in the, oh, nope, never mind, it's gone, just kidding. I thought it was something clear-coated to the car. Solomon Plumbing there, RFK, got a little bit of dirt buildup back here on the corners. I got the exhaust, or quote-unquote exhaust, because obviously they're not real. That one's double printed almost. Or no, that is double printed. Ooh, that looks kind of weird. I don't know why it looks like that if it's a race version, but I don't know, that don't make sense. Maybe that just happened to be a mishap combined with a racing incident, I guess. I don't know. I got the taillights back there. I got the forward license plate and the number 6. Of course, you got these little exhausts back here, as I kind of stated earlier. Fastenal Kohler generators. Got a little bit of damage there. What's that? Okay, no, it is part of the paint scheme. Okay. Nothing above the wheel well, which kind of sucks. I wish they would do some more advertisement there. But you can see some buildup around the wheel well. Maybe a little bit of damage there. Kohler generators, violet defense. If I can focus. There we go. Brad Keselowski, Ford, Solomon Plumbing, Celsius, and Castrol. Solomon Plumbing once again. Got Mac Tools, whatever that is, and Simon's there. A lot of race wear. I got some donut marks, actually, across the number 6 on the door. Just some little more scuff marks down here at the bottom. NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Goodyear, what? Goodyear logo, not NASCAR Goodyear specifically, but I mean, yeah, I guess that's technically correct. Oh, maybe technically it's not, I don't know, but there's a little bit of a split right there in the decal, I guess where it didn't line up all the way. I got some more build up down here, Sunoco, got the little side corners which are just covered in dirt, and got the front in here. There is the opening, which is like a little face diaper thing for the car. I mean, you remember back in 2020, 2021, we had the masks on the people. Now we got the masks on the car. Just to kind of, it's more like a filter to kind of block out all that dirty air and all the dirt coming up on the front end. You can see it's pretty clean, and then behind that you got all the dirt and build up. So yeah, that was kind of its purpose. And we got some more build up over here. Let's see, got a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. A little bit more effects on here. Got the exhaust. Looks like maybe a couple small donut marks there, and just this quarter panel here is pretty torn up. Looks like some of that is a little bit of crinkling, and then, you know, some folds going on there, and got some dirt kind of packed into that quarter panel. But yeah, either way, it is still a pretty interesting diecast. I don't know how many people actually picked up this diecast. I don't think I've seen a lot of posts about it, but I mean, I'm sure plenty of people picked it up. I mean, it's a cool little car. You know, of course, it's got the foil number, which again looks a whole lot better than just a white number or something like that. But I mean, again, still kind of one of those little oddball cars to have in your collection. I mean, it's still cool. The paint scheme's not terrible. Got some donut marks on the car, which is always nice. Of course, it's not a race win, so there's no, like, you know, confetti or anything if there were to be confetti at that race, which I don't think there was. No, there wasn't, because Logano won the first. Who won the second? Who won the dirt race? Oh, it was Kyle Busch, wasn't it? Yeah, I forgot about that. There was no confetti for Bristol Dirt. But either way, still cool to have some donut marks and stuff on there. A little bit of dirt build up on the front end. Yeah, it's just a cool little diecast to have. And, you know, I definitely am thankful to have all these cars. Because, you know, they're getting expensive and they're hard to get now. So, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, still a cool little car. Maybe paint scheme, I'll give it a 7.5, maybe 8, because I mean, it's good. It's pretty. It flows pretty well. And the diecast itself, I give it a 9. It's, you know, race version, don't have a lot of mistakes. It looks pretty good. So I mean, I got to give props to Lionel for doing a pretty decent job making this specific car. Now, of course, I know they're all different, but this is how it's supposed to look, and it looks pretty good. Coming up here soon, with starting like today probably, you're going to see a lot of diecasts that I am kind of tardy to the party on, and that's just because I kind of got caught up and stuff. There was a lot of times where I didn't want to do anything, so I was still getting diecasts that I wanted, and then it just kind of kept piling on. So this is a prime example. I would have got to this way sooner, but I just didn't have the energy for it, but now I do. So we got it underway, and we are good to go. So with that being said, I do believe that will be all for the diecast review. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.
Everything that I ever worked for, I'ma keep on pushing till I earn more. I won't ever fall. Won't never, won't never, won't never, won't never.